Okay. Right, no one's here yet. Okie dokie. Right. Hi guys, I see there's one here. Maybe it'll be Loretta. But we'll get started because we're already 30 seconds in. Welcome to week 2 of our 4-week activity schedule in partnership or association with Reboot and Active Sussex. Thank you for tuning in again, whether it's right now live with me or checking out the video after. Obviously, as I said before, any comments, questions, concerns, or any issues with the video or anything, just drop me a comment and I will try and fix that to the best of my ability. It's a bit light this week. I've attempted to fix that, so hopefully it won't be so dingy and spooky. With that said, we're going to be going for an upper body workout today because over the 4 weeks, as I said, I think last week, we're going to do cardio, which was last week's video. If you want to check that out, go have a look before. We got upper body today. We'll probably do lower body next week and then our core the final week. All right, so targeting all of our body. And these are all workouts, really simple stuff, 60 seconds, so you can do as much or as little as you like in that 60 seconds. And you can certainly take this on and use it day to day or edit it how you wish. All right. With that said, I think we'll get underway with our warm-up. So luckily, the warm-ups I choose are very sort of generic, so we can use them for each time. So it's nice similarity, bit common. So we're going to start again as we did last week. And I'm going to get into my chair here because as the theme is, we are doing a seated version, a standing version, and a seated version, a standard version, if you will, and a low impact version. So if there's any differences from the seated version, I will let you guys know. But for all the warm-ups, apart from 2 of them, we can be seated for this same effect. So our first ones are our neck, our warm-up, so neck rotations. We bring our chin down to our chest. We roll our ear over to our shoulder, roll back nice and gentle, and we do this just for 30 seconds, all right? Just really gently stretching out our neck. You'll feel it down the side here. It's quite tight. Obviously, if you can't go all the way like sideways, then go as far as you feel comfortable because you should never hurt when warming up or doing sport. You'll feel maybe slight discomfort, but just doing some neck rotations. Hi guys, just joined. We're doing some upper body stuff today, so we're just in our warm-up. If you want to join in, just copy along. That's our 30 seconds of our neck rotations. Next, we've got windmills. So again, you can be seated, you can be standing, and it's either way you do it, it's low impact. So everyone can do the same. We just circle our arms, bring our legs right in. Lovely. And we're going to do 30 seconds again. Really easy. Sorry if the connection's a bit dodgy. I've just had a message saying it's a bit unstable, so hopefully it won't impact the session, but we'll see how we go. I'm just going to have a quick break, and I'm going to go into our torso twists. All right, so if you're sitting down, you can do these sort of just sitting, just twist our torso. If you want, you can bring those legs up if possible. All right, if you're standing, exactly the same. Okay, so you're just twisting here. If you want to make it a bit harder, bring those knees up as you come around. Okay, so that's completely up to you. I'm going to do the seated version, and we're going to start right here. So obviously beware if you've got a back in your chair that your elbows don't slam into it because that would be quite painful. Excellent. Good twisting. Just 20 seconds of this. And what you can do this way, you can come around nice and slow and then push a little bit more. Nice. And do like sort of little jolts. See that little sort of movement. So boing, boing, all the way. Yeah, that little extra movement. And sometimes doing this really early or you haven't done much that day, you might get a few clicks. Okay, stop there. Relax. All right, we're going to move on to our marching in place. So again, this is something we can do seated, standing. There's a slight difference. So obviously marching in place, you're going to sit on the edge of your seat, support yourself with your arms, and just marching in place here, bringing those legs up. All right. And if you want as well, you can do those opposite arm to legs. Get your upper body involved as well, which will probably be very beneficial because that's where we're targeting today. If you're standing up, it's exactly the same, but we're just doing high knees on the spot. All right. Just like this. Okay. So your choice. We're going to do 30 seconds. I'm going to do a seated one. Okay, so might have someone new, might have someone before. Lots of clicks and crunchy noises. Yeah, I imagine so. So it's not me commenting on my own video as I'm going to just sort of talk to myself. We've got someone else signed into the Defiant account. At least that's a story I'll stick to anyway, because I look less of a loser. Okay, 2 more exercises and warm up. We're going to shoot through these in case we've got gates. So as you're sitting on the edge of your seat, you can lift your leg up, out to the side, down, and then you can bring it back in, or you can go up, in, down. So sort of like that, out, up, and you can do it as well standing up. So you're standing up, out to the side, down. Brilliant. And you do that both legs, all right? We're just going to rotate. So off we go. So up, out to the side, down, up, back to the middle, down. Okay, again, we're warming up a full body, even though we are concentrating on the upper body today. We are still want to warm up our full body because we're still using elements of other muscles. And if we leave them all cold and unwarm and, you know, not ready to go, that's when injuries occur. So always warm up your full body. Last one now, ankle and wrist rotation. So really simple. We're just going to sit in our chair or stand up. You know, rotate those wrists as well as, you know, your feet as well. Just get everything going. You can hear a few clicks. Well, I don't know if you can. I can hear a few clicks. There we go. It's Loretta here. Very old. So that's why I have lots of cracks and crunches, unlike young coaches. There we go. So clearly commented while my hands are free. So couldn't have been me. So I'm off the hook with that one. But thank you, Loretta, for engaging. Makes it less lonely talking to myself. So with that done, that's our warm up out of the way. All right, I have suggested here today, if you want, because we're doing a lot of our body stuff, especially those sort of bound to a seat, which, you know, most of our exercises actually are all going to be exactly the same this week. You might want to add a little bit extra resistance, because some things you might use weights at gym or use body resistance, but obviously if you're in a chair, it's a bit trickier to emulate that. I've tried my best, and any suggestions, give me a shout. But just a suggestion, because obviously we're at home and not expected to have equipment, you can fill up 2 water bottles and they work like dumbbells, all right? If you've got dumbbells, whatever you want to use, you can also use body weight and it still does something, all right? Because you're still moving that muscle. So we're going to move on to the main portion of our session today, which is our strength training, okay? Our first exercise here are arm raises. So you can do exactly the same standing up, sitting down. So we start arms by our side, lift up above, squeeze, come down, and then we go out to the side like that. So we come up and forward, squeeze, and you'll feel this really in your shoulders, especially when you come up here, you'll feel it all along here. I think it's the top of our trapeze muscle, if I'm right. Ooh, it's like a bit of a weird bird. And these are just 60 seconds, these ones, okay? So we'll go to about 8:30. I've got a timer over there, so I don't know why I didn't use that. Just keep going. With all these strength exercises, cardio, you want to be a bit erratic, you want to be fast, that's the key there. But with strength training and muscle building and all this sort of stuff that we're going to be focusing on for the next 3 weeks, we are looking more for slow, controlled movements because we don't want to do injury and we want to focus on the muscles we're working with. Okay, so excellent. That's number 1 done. We now get our minute break, so I'm going to start our timer here. It's really, really relaxed session, these. Again, if you want to push yourself more, you can carry on in some of the break. You can obviously stop before I finish in the exercise section and have a longer break, whatever suits you, all right? With that said, our next one are going to be called horizontal rows, okay? So I'm just going to double check. Cool, yeah. So we have our hands out in front, close together. Okay, you're going to squeeze, come back like you're doing a row, squeeze those shoulder blades, coming forward, and back again like this. Thank you, Andy. Right. Afternoon order sessions looking good. Thank you. Yes, we can actually see today. So a bit lighter and hopefully good quality of camera and audio as well. So let me know. So with this one, okay, out, back. You can just stand in, you're just sitting, and it's low impact. It can be seated, it can be standard. So it's everything. All right. So everyone can do the same on this one. We've got 3 seconds left, and then we're going to go. So we're going to start now. So hands out in front, close together, squeeze. Bring those elbows back. You can see from my side on view, right back here behind me, and you should be squeezing your shoulder blades, okay? It's like we're rowing a boat. You could lean forward if you want, come back, and get that whole action then. Like we're just rowing in a race in a boat. Really squeezing those shoulder blades on the way back. Coming up to halfway now. Again, if you want to make it harder, you can grab those water bottles we talked about. Make sure they're equal weight, because we don't want to work out one side harder than the other, and you can just be holding them like this as you're going to add a little extra resistance, okay? But again, as I said, you can sit in this one, you can stand, just stand there doing that, all right? It's whatever you prefer, but a lot of these today I've managed to incorporate everyone to use the same one and get the same effect without losing anything, I think. So 8 seconds left. I'm going to keep going. It's going to start to burn a bit just because the amount of repetitions we're doing. A minute's a long time. So that's why I've given you a nice long break. There it is. That lovely loud alarm. I might turn that down a little bit, actually. Oh, I don't know if I can. Right, so we're in our break now. I'm going to start it off. Our next one, okay, we are going to look at the seated push-up. All right. So the seated push and standard push-up. So for those of you who, don't need to use a chair or anything, you can do what's the standard push-up as your standard, and you can also do a wall push-up for your low impact or your seated version. But the one I've looked at, I do it sideways on. Oh, I've just killed my chair. There we go. So a seated push-up. You're going to sit on your chair nice and straight, hands on your chair, and you're going to try and push yourself up. You see how I'm off my chair? And you're going to feel it in your tummy, so real impact on your arms and your shoulders. And you're just going to go up, really small gap, come down. If you can hold it for a bit, that's fine, hold there. If you want to add in more of your core, you can try lifting your legs out. I doubt I'll be able to do this. Yeah, that's hard work, all right? On the flip side, you've got your standard push-up on the floor, all right? So I'm just going to lower the camera slightly. Okay, so you can see, you're just going to be, you've got your standard push-up, so that's hands under your shoulders, feet out behind you nice and straight. You want a straight body, all right? And you're going to come down, try and keep your elbows tucked in. I'm not laying down, I'm off the floor, and I push up again. All right, so I get close to the floor, I'm not laying down, and then I come up. All right, if you find that too hard, put your elbows out to the side a bit more, it's a bit easier. If you need to spread them, you can do a wider one. It works a bit more on your back rather than your chest, but it's a bit easier, okay? Just trying to keep our bodies in a straight line. If you want the low impact version, on your knees, all right, so my feet are up in the air now, okay, and it makes it a lot because less of you to hold up, okay? As well as if you've got a wall near you, you can use a wall and do push-ups while standing up, leaning towards the wall and pushing away, okay? I'm going to be attempting the seated push-ups because I personally think they're potentially the hardest ones. Now, if you want to do seated ones, but these are too hard, you could do seated push-ups against a wall, okay? Just move your chair up to one. So we're going to start our timer over here. And the great thing about this, we've started, by the way, is in the minute with rather than rep goal as a time goal, is everyone can do their own pace. So I'm going to come up and come down. I'm going to take a bit of a break. These are quite hard, these are. So I come up, come down, all right? Nice and simple movements. Don't overtax yourself, especially this is quite hard movement. You're lifting your whole body weight. So another thing you can do is keep your feet on the floor, all right, and just lift up like that. So my feet are still flat on the floor, and I'm lifting up partially, and my legs sort of helping. So you can do like an assisted push-up, all right. I'm not putting anything into my legs really. They just touch the floor rather than being lifted up, and that's a lot easier. So if you're struggling to do the whole movement like that, it turns into sort of like a crunch and a push-up, which is pretty tricky. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left, guys. I'm going to attempt to stop the timer before it goes off again, because that's a horrible noise. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stop it. Oh, too slow. Right, into our break phase again. So again, grab a drink if you need it. All right, I'll explain our next one. Next one's tricep extension. All right, so this one's a bit easier. This one, again, everybody's going to be doing the same. So whilst we're seated, you're going to be doing the exact same if you're standing, if you're kneeling, however you are, because it's very similar. We're going to have, basically, you've got to imagine the top half of our arm. So from my elbow up, it's going to be super glued next to us like this. So sideways on. All right. We're going to lean forward slightly, and the bottom half of our arm is going to come down like this. We're going to squeeze, trying to squeeze this side and back part of our arm called the tricep. All right. Squeezing and then coming up. Squeezing there. Coming up. I'll show you sideways on. So we've got 20 seconds left. So slightly lean forward. Okay, nice straight back. Here we are. Lock those upper arms. See, it's not moving at all. It's just my elbow and the lower arm that are moving. If you want as well, you can twist them on the way out. So twist. All right, but you should feel something here if you squeeze when you get to that straight. Okay, cancel that. Turn around. Off we go. So 1 minute on the clock. We're going to just, it's sort of like you're skiing in a way, but Again, like I said, don't go like swinging like this like crazy because your upper arm's moving. You're not targeting your tricep anymore. You're using your shoulder. So we've got to make sure, we are targeting the right muscle groups when we're working out in certain areas. So nice controlled movement. Squeeze, come back, bring it up and down. Squeeze, come up and down. Excellent, guys. There's, okay, we've got 20 seconds left on this one. And I can feel the burn already on this. Again, with a lot of these things, if you're going at a decent pace, you're going to be able to challenge yourself, no matter your skill level, your ability in terms of these exercises, because you're going to be able to do what suits you. 5 seconds left. Nice controlled movements, and stop there. Oh, really felt that one up here. So you should be feeling it out to the side. All right, we've got another minute break. Our next one here is the bicep colon shoulder press. Again, I've managed to do it so that everyone can do the same whether you're standing, whether you're sitting. All right, because it's upper body, a lot easier to be the same exercises. So we're going to start that bicep curl. So arms by the side, our hands or our palms facing forward. Okay, we're going to come up and clench like that. We squeeze here and try and squeeze this front part, this bicep. All right, sort of tense it. Then you're going to reach up, twist 180 degrees, and stretch. And try and squeeze up here on what's called a shoulder press. Bring it back down and back out of the bicep curl. So I'll do that all in one motion. So we come up, fist to our shoulders, squeeze, turn, arms to the close to your ears, turn back and relax. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left on that one, and then we're going to go into it. All right, stop that. Off we go. Okay, so remember, up, squeeze, up, turn, squeeze, back down, open. All right, that's a simple motion, but it's really important that we squeeze when we get to the desired locations. That's what's going to, activate those muscles. So we're going to squeeze when we're here, really sort of nice and strong, up and over. Shoulders above our head. Shoulders above our head. Well, shoulders to our ears. Squeeze, up top, squeeze, back down, open up. Okay, halfway there. Squeeze, up to the top, squeeze, back down, open up. So we come up, we squeeze, twist, up, squeeze, down, relax. Okay, 15 seconds left. Over the top, back down, open. And when you're doing this sort of strength training as well, you can also wear like jumpers to increase the amount you sweat. It's going to help weight loss and everything. So it's not always, not always cardio. You can stop there. Not always cardio you need to do for weight loss. Strength training is actually very, very good for it. And supposedly, there's a lot of different theories out there, but supposedly with like your weight training and resistance and all that, the muscles keep burning and keep working even after your workout. So it's really beneficial, this sort of stuff. Obviously, pair it with your cardio, pair with a good diet, and you've got the combination to success. But it's a lot easier said than done. So with that said, we're going to now go back to the beginning of our workout, because what I've done today is I've only chosen 5 exercises because I thought they were the best ones there, and I thought if we had anything else, it's going to get a bit repetitive, copying some of the others. So I've stuck to 5 really nice ones, and we're going to go back to the beginning, work through them again, and do our cool down. All right, so with that said, we must be coming up to our time again. So we're going to go back to our arm raises. So if you remember those, we're going to be raising out to the side, squeezing up here, down, out front, squeezing over the top. Okay, off we go. As you can see, even with just the 5 exercises, there is some. We're working out here. We've got our shoulders going. All right, there, side of your ribs. Not really sure the technical name if you have it. We've got our shoulder blades, our upper back working, with our seated push-ups, our cores working, our biceps we got going, our triceps we got going. We've got a bit of everything, which is quite nice, especially to be able to offer it to such a wide variety of people, with the adaptions or the thought put into it in what exercise I choose. So 20 seconds left in this one. Hopefully, you're enjoying it, and even if you're not, even if this is a repeat, you're enjoying it as well and skipping through and getting some use out of, what I'm showing here. Almost there now. 9 seconds left. Nice controlled movements. Out to the side. Up above. 3, 2, 1. Stop there. Stop the timer before it kills my ears. next minute on the clock for our break. All right, and the next one again is going to be those horizontal rows. So like we said, you come forward, you can lean forward if you want to include more of your body, come back, nice sort of 90 degrees here, and you squeeze those shoulder blades out in front, squeeze, and then when you come forward, you can actually squeeze as well. If you squeeze like this, you're actually then, if you squeeze, you can tighten your pectoral muscles, all right? So sort of your chest area. So we're squeezing our chest here, and we come in like that, and then we're squeezing our shoulder blades there. So it's a multi-use exercise, this one. I think it's really, really good for both sides. 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to grab a quick drink because I'm thirsty and talking a lot. Oh. 10 seconds left, and we're going to get straight back into those rows. All right, let's get going. So remember, it's double work here. So we're doing our chest here. We come back, squeeze our shoulder blades. Chest this side, shoulder blades the other. All right. So squeeze here and here. But we don't want to go fast between the two positions. We want to have those smooth transitions. Excellent. Back and forward. Back forward. Halfway through, guys. Ooh. We'll concentrate on the exercise here, and you'll start. My muscles are getting tired now. I can feel burning. I really feel some burning all up here, down there. It's really, we've targeted quite a lot on most of our exercise today. Out, in, out, in. 3 seconds left. I'm going to stop the timer there and take our 1 minute break. Okay. Brilliant stuff there, guys. They're really, really good for both sides if you're doing it right, obviously. If you're unsure, you can always drop us a message, and I will try my best to explain to you. Seated push-up. Okay, so again, a few options on this. For our seated version, hands by your side. You're trying to lift your whole, so my feet are off the floor right now. I'm only touching anything in my hands. Okay, so try and lift yourself up. Keep your back straight though. If you can't do that, keep your feet on the floor and lift up your feet on the floor. A lot easier, but still working out. Okay. If you want to do the standard variation, again, you can come down lower, hands under your shoulders, feet out straight behind you. All right, and you're going to come down so you're almost touching the floor and up. All right, and if you can, down, keep those elbows in. If you can't, take them out to the side. You're doing more of your back rather than your chest. Same with that. If you need to go wider, but again, you're doing those shoulder blades rather than your chest. If you need to do it on your knees, drop down to those knees, a lot easier. And if you need to do it against the wall, lean in against the wall and push away. Okay, well that's it as well. We're going to get going. Readjust la camera. There's that. So we're going to do the push-ups again. I'm going to do the seated ones again. Down, up. Okay, and you can go whatever pace you like. I'm just doing it along with you, just to get some company. All right. It's really a really minimal movement, this one. All right. Push-ups as well. If you've got the standard variation of push-ups, they're probably one of the best compound exercises. Compound is a fancy word for saying it's hitting a lot of different muscles at the same time. All right. Things like your plank, your push-up, your burpees, your squats. There's a lot of your body in the whole movement. So really, really good. But again, even seated, with our legs are getting involved. Even if they're not, we've got our whole upper body, our cores supporting us, shoulders are, helping us keep in position. Our triceps, our biceps, everything is pushing us up and down, supporting us up, and our back as well, keeping it nice and straight. So really, really good one. And you'll find your arms are quite tired. Stop there. So a minute up there, guys. Means we are now onto our tricep extension. Also think we're on a better time this week, which is nice, getting more into the flow of the online sessions again. Just going to take our 1 minute break. So tricep extensions, like we said, just sit in the chair, slightly lean forward, straight back. All right. Hands by your side. All right. Almost like you're holding a steering wheel in a car. All right. You're going to bring them up. You come down. You squeeze when they're straight, and you should be feeling this. If you go under your arm, if you've got a bit of muscle or some strength there, you might feel a lump where your tricep is. If you don't, it's sort of in this upper. It's in between your elbow and your shoulder. Your triceps on the outside of the outside side of your arm. All right. And when you squeeze down, you'll feel that. You can probably feel it in your chest a bit as well. But try and focus the flex, I suppose, into that area. So with that said, we're going to get started. And again, this is the same sitting down or standing up. So arms tucked in tight, upper arm nice and glued still, down at the elbow, tight and up, down, squeeze tight and up. Nice and easy. Really simple one again. None of these upper body exercises are too strenuous. It's the cardio that's a killer. In terms of the stamina, in terms of the movement, in terms of the energy needed. Whereas these, they're really, really effective, great for everything. And you can go at your own pace, a lot more calmer, a lot less stress on your body. So really nice option for people. 20 seconds left. I'm just going to keep doing this, keeping our back straight. Coming down, we're squeezing, and we're coming back up. Down, squeeze, come back up. 10 seconds left. Squeeze, come back up. Down, squeeze, come back up. 5 seconds left, guys. Up we come, and we're going to cancel that there. All right, and start our 1 minute break. Next and last in our strength section, we're doing that bicep curl of our shoulder press. So that's nice and straight, arms by side. We're going to bicep curl up, so fists up to our shoulders. We're going to rotate our hands 180 degrees. All right, face forward, up, squeeze your shoulders, and then back down and relax. Okay. We got Ray now. Nice to see Ray's watching along again. Nice, really good to see so many inclusive exercises. Thank you, Ray. We're trying our best here. Again, anyone's got any suggestions or wants, then let us know. I'm going to cut our break short here just because I know we're getting closer and closer to our end time. We're going to do our bicep curl up above our head and down. Off we go. I think I did double check the site before I came on because I think there's some powerlifting from a junior something. I'll have a think, but there's definitely powerlifting after me at 5 till 5:30, so that should be quite fun. I did manage to tune in last week. It looked quite good. I only saw a few minutes, but from what I could see, nice little workout as well going on there. I think there'll be quite a bit of overlap in terms of the content being revolving around home workouts and keeping active. I suppose it's in the name, Active Sussex, really, isn't it? So 15 seconds left on this one, guys. Remember to really sort of work. So we're tensing here, coming up, we're tensing here. Really nice. Last one, up we come, over the top, down, relax, cancel that. Right, we're now moving on to our cool down. All right, so there's 15 seconds each on this one. All right, I really hope you enjoyed the strength section, the warm-up section. I hope they were simple enough, not simple enough, but well explained by myself and clear. And with this, we're going to start. So we just start with our head pull to one direction, hand on our head, pull nice and tight, and you'll feel a stretch on the opposite side of your neck. And we just do these, you aim 15 seconds. But in any session, I normally only do about 10 or 12, just because it gets pretty boring. But if you know you've got, switch sides for me, guys, if you know you've got an injury or, it's maybe a weak area or it's like your first time doing exercise in ages, or you get DOMS. Is it DOMS? I think it's DOMS. It's sort of delayed onset muscle soreness. That's what it is, DOMS, yeah. So essentially you ache after you work out. All right. Definitely spend the whole 15 seconds because you'll really benefit from it. Shoulder cross. So straight arm across, tuck that one in nice and tight. All right. And you can feel the stretch in the shoulder. That's strength. So I'm waving here. The shoulder on this arm, that's the one you'll be feeling it in. All right. You're going to hold that again nice and still. Don't be loose. Relax. Okay. And again, we come across, tuck in tight. And you really want to hold that in nice and tight. All right. Nice and strong. No wiggling. So our cool downs are static stretches. Nice and still. So we can sort of almost stretch out all the lactic acid in our muscles. Okay, and stop there. Next, we've got our hug. So we're just going to hug ourselves, trying to grab our shoulder blades. All right. For those of you who might not know what lactic acid is, essentially I think it's a chemical. It's basically something that builds up in your muscles when you work out, and sits in them after if you don't drain them out. So I like to think of the cool down as sort of, you're rinsing out a cloth or something, getting all that liquid out of there. Because otherwise, if it sits in there, switch sides, guys, it's going to that's what causes your aches and pains. So you want to squeeze out, all the water. I think I used an analogy of squeezing out an orange before, but it all works the same. A few more seconds. Brilliant, relax. Excellent stuff. We're going to lean to a side. So on your chair, again, you can do all these standing up, sitting down, whatever you prefer. All right. We're going to lean over to one side. Ooh, just hold that, and you'll feel that down the side here. You can lean down like that with your hands. You can support yourself, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, and the other side. So reach over. Ooh, that should be a nice stretch. Excellent. Okay, and just return to standard again. We're going to get through these last two nice and quickly. We're going to do a knee hug. So you can do this sitting down or standing up. So you're going to bring your leg up and you're going to just hug it in tight. All right, and you'll feel this in your hip, which is down here. All right, if you're standing up, it's exactly the same. You've just got to balance on one foot. Okay, so a bit harder. So I would suggest sitting down for this one. You can just hug this knee in. A few more seconds. I quite like this one. It's quite calming. And the other one's to bring the other leg up, hug it in tight. So this is doing your hip, doing your bum. Does it well? Probably bottom. You probably say bum isn't very professional, is it? Okay, a few more seconds, guys, and then we'll do our foot pull. Brilliant. So, foot pull. Sit on the side of your chair. Grab your foot like this, and just pull it up towards your bum. If you can, have your leg off your side, and do that. You'll feel the stretch down your thigh more, and it'll be more effective. So we're going to do that and hold that again. And you're going to do exactly the same on the other leg. I'm going to stand up and show you the standard version, just in case you want to do that. All right. Okay, so for those of you staying in a chair, change to the other side. Right now, if you're standing up, you can do it. Excuse me. Oh, right, so you can bring your knees together. I normally sneeze and freeze, so I might want more. Bring that foot up to your bum. Okay, and you can lean forward to get a bit more stretch. Feel that in your thigh. And just relax. Okay, not too bad. Only 2 minutes over. I'm very prone for being late, but that's turning up, finishing. So hopefully you got some enjoyment out of that. Bit different from our cardio week. Again, next week we'll have lower body exercises, so our legs are going to be our main focus of that one, and then the following week we can do our core. Thank you again to Active Sussex and Reboot for allowing us to put this on, and I hope to see you guys and more next week. Thanks for tuning in. You can check out our Facebook, our Instagram, our website, and again, like last week, I'll put the link to Active Sussex in the comments so you guys can go and see the whole schedule. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.